2000s was a underrated era though. There were a lot. It's just
so between
the game
2001 and 2008 maybe.
No, that's
too long.
That's too
I guess
long.
I just wasn't watching basketball.
Maybe
like that.
I would say from '99.
Because here's the thing, I didn't give a damn about the Lakers at all. Like I was a Laker fan. I liked Kobe and Shaq era.
I hated Kobe and Shaq.
But see, I liked it, and up until it got to the point where it was like, I don't really like this anymore. Like it got to the point where it was just too arrogant, too flashy, and then I didn't. By that point,
I sound like everybody that hate on the Warriors this year.
Honestly,
I don't hate on the Warriors.
Honestly, you know what? I would argue
because that's KD's doing. I'm a big proponent of free agency. I think every player should have the chance to do what they want and go where they want, which is coming up again with Malcolm Butler in the NFL. But we're talking about basketball, so I'm not.
Oh yeah, because he can't go where he wants to go, right?
Yeah, people forget why Barry Sanders basically retired. You know, Barry Sanders was arguably one of the greatest running backs of all time, and probably could have broken more records.
He didn't want to play in Detroit no more.
He didn't want to play in Detroit anymore. You know, Calvin Johnson, was a little bit older, but I'm pretty sure he had.
No, he was worried about his brain.
Yeah.
Okay, he was worried about his brain.
But there have been a number of players
turning into scrambled eggs.
But in various sports, we've seen this happen where, players don't get to do what they want to do. And let's be real, like there's only two reasons why sports exist on this level. And I'm not going to take anything away from the owners or from the leagues. But you don't have anything without the players, and you don't have anything without the fans. And so these should be the two people that have the most power, yet all the power ends up going to the league and to the owners. And I get why. It's a capitalistic society,
they provide infrastructure. That's
exactly
really what
they
it
provide
boils
infrastructure.
down to.
But you also have nothing without your athletes and without your fans. So I think these athletes should be given more leeway to do what they want. So when people argue about KD going to Golden State, or people argue about LeBron going to Miami or back to Cleveland, well, that's his prerogative. He can do what he wants to do.
One of my favorite Hoops and Brews guests.
Because at the end of the day, you know what?
Shit, the Cavs and the Celtics are tied in wins?
So you live out. You guys live in LA right now, as I do as well. So you guys, you moved out here a little bit after me, and you knew that I was out here. You knew other people that lived out here. Same. Like I had friends that lived out here. So think about that. That's one thing that Lotto's mom I think told him that one time. Like if you had the chance to go move to a doper city where where some of your best friends are, and you get to make more money, have fun, and possibly win at whatever it is that you're doing, you're not going to go do it.
No, listen.
Why is it as sports fans we put such pressure on these athletes to do what we want them to do instead of what's in their best interest for them and their family?
I mean, if you want to get real,
I get the competitive nature of it.
If you want to get real about, a lot of it comes from that slave owner mentality of sports in general.
Well, so
especially sports in America, because more so in Europe, the clubs have always cared more about the players than they actually have cared about themselves. You get what I mean?
I'd liken professional sports more to indentured servitude than slavery.
No, but listen.
But I agree with you. Even the combine is a creepy
No, but listen. I'm not even necessarily comparing. I'm not even necessarily comparing sports to slavery in the sense of it is slavery. I'm just saying that a lot of the mentality that we think as fans and how we approach the game as fans and how we think about organizations and what we think about loyalty comes from a lot of the mentality that comes from this whole slavery thing. But it's not comparing it to slavery. Of course, you can't be a slave making millions of dollars. Slaves didn't make any money and they had to work all day for free and were abused and treated terribly. But when you think about exactly what exists within this game, yes, you're right. You do need the players, but you also do need the organization. Mm-hmm. But the difficult thing about it is that the cards are stacked in such a way where there is no way to get a level playing field in terms of like the black versus white owner majority,
right.
which is the reason why Michael Jordan is the only black owner in the NBA and one of the only black billionaires in America.
And people also forget that Mike employs some of the most black executives of any organization in the country.
Yeah.
On that level, there's more black executives that work for Mike than really any other company out there.
I'm happy you pointed that out.
But people don't. Because people always want to take a shit on Mike about what he's doing in the community. It's but look what I'm doing. I bought a small franchise in a small place, and I'm building all my people up to get to the level where I think that they need to be with their business mind, so that way when they do want to go out and make those decisions, they can go out and make that happen.
I love what Mike is doing down in Charlotte, and again, excuse me. Actually, real quick, what are we all drinking? I just opened up the Boston.
Oh yeah. I'm drinking an Irish red. It's rich and malty. It has 25 IBUs. So it's pretty bitter. It's 5.8% alcohol.
And being doing graphic design and whatnot, and amongst other things, like the bottle kind of drew me to it. But but I love what Mike is doing down there. I love him as an entrepreneur. I hated him as a player because obviously he destroyed the Knicks. Yeah. But he's a solid entrepreneur, and I think he's doing good things down in Charlotte. It's gonna take some time. He's building a good team.
Yeah. I think he is building a good team. But even back to what I was saying though, right? Like the mentality as a fan, right? You think, you have to be loyal to this place or to this organization, right? We only do it because of the fact that they are put. You remember when one day I was like, bro, we literally sit here and we watch people playing a game. And we get this emotionally involved with it because we'll watch them play a game. I'm like, this is entertainment. It literally kind of is just like all sports really are just like one large minstrel show. It's escapism. But it's like escapism at its core. But it's like at the same time of being entertaining. Yeah. But and the only reason why we consider athletes to be like these superior beings is because they can do physically things that we can't do. Right. But honestly, if we talking about who's more important, athletes or scientists and shit like that, of course we would rather somebody who would know how to build a rocket than somebody who can run fast and jump fast. Because guess what? When that person get old and can't run fast and jump fast no more, that person can still build the rocket. But we just value different things.
Sports, that's the thing. If you were the most athletic like thousands of years ago, well, then you were a warrior. That's what you did. Yeah. You were a warrior. Yeah. No. Yeah. You real.
I'm laughing, but you were.
You kept people safe, and
like LeBron and like fucking
LeBron
BC was Spartacus.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
LeBron and BC was a slave, bruh. He was not Spartacus. He was.
But that's what I'm saying. Depends on Let's not. That's the thing. Like, let's not act like. For the long time, African nations didn't have like dominant militaries. Mansa
you wasn't just running up on North Africa, B. You wasn't just running up on Egypt.
No, it was not going to happen. There were African nations that ran the world.
Yeah, you was not going to pull up with a stick on Egypt. You just wasn't finna do that.
You're not going to pull up with a stick.
You was
y'all know who Mansa Musa was?
No,
the richest man, the richest man in history.
I've heard that.
Of the Malian Empire. This man conquered the world.
Yeah, you just wasn't running up on him.
You wasn't running up on him.
That's not really in our culture.
Yeah, and so that's what I'm saying is like if you were an athlete back then
until they discovered gunpowder, and then that was a wrap.
Well, yeah.
We went to China, got these fireworks, baby. That's a wrap. We pulling up with the stick now. We pulling up with the real.
We can beat your ass with these swords, boy.
Back then, they guns was wooden and
you
shit.
You shoot, I ain't
don't bring a spear to a gunfight.
Yeah, I don't know how to do.
But what's it called? But back then you were a warrior. We've evolved to more peaceful times now. Well, to a degree.
Yeah, to a degree.
Where you can use your athleticism or your physical abilities to entertain and do something fun, do something that you enjoy, instead of not that people. Never mind.
But actually, you know what? This ties in perfect with the conversation because I wanted to talk about the Chappelle skit, right?
No,
about the Chappelle special.
Wait, real quick.